All right, I thought I would take you through what I'm taking. This is just 2 of the bags I'm packing. I'll kind of go through all the bags we're packing. So I've got a dry bag, and I've got most of my cooking and sleeping items in it, with the exception of my sleeping bag. And then I bring in a backpack, which kind of has a little odds and ends items. So in the yellow dry bag, I've got my air up mattress. I'll put a link in the description for this. It has a foot pump as part of the mattress. It's really comfortable. My hammock tent, along with the straps. This is the rain topper that goes with that. So it's basically just a plastic tarp. This is a blow-up pillow. My mattress already has a pillow built in, but I like sleeping with my arm underneath the pillow, so I brought that. I've got a mess kit. It has a pan, or a pot, I should say, along with a lid, plate, more or less. Also have this cooking pan and a multi-tool fork, knife, spoon with a corkscrew. I don't remember where I got this. A lot of this stuff I've had for years. Also in this bag, I've got a little plastic cup for drinking water, some rocket fuel for my stove. So that's the stuff that's going in this dry bag. And then I'll have one more dry bag like this. This is a 20-liter dry bag. I think I got that at Academy several years ago. I'll have another one with my sleeping bag in it. And then in my backpack, I've just got little odds and ends. So I've got my rocket stove, screws on this bottle. It has an igniter on it. This was an item I got off Amazon. Really nice. You can set this in the kayak between your legs and cook up lunch or boil water, whatever you want to do. This is the case that it came with. This is a little light. I ordered this several years ago, and it came in a kit of items. It's got several settings. So I think on the low, that one I want to say will last quite a while, but if you put it on low, this is supposed to last for many hours. And it has 2 AAA batteries in it. So nice little deal. I'm going to see how that works. Torch for lighting fires. If you can see that. I've used this for many years. Handy little tool. This is another lighter that I bought somewhere. I don't remember where. But it's rechargeable, so it has a port on the bottom for a mini USB. And it will light a fire for sure. So several items to light fires with. I'm not opposed to rubbing 2 sticks together, but why not try this stuff out? It's things I've had for years. This is another fire starter. You can smack your back of your knife against this and get a spark to start a fire. I'm bringing a couple different compasses. A pair of binoculars. These are just Tasco binoculars. I use these for hunting. Had those for many years as well. This is another fire starter. This one's still in the plastic. I've had this for many years as well. Kind of just bring several backups of different things. There are things I've had in my truck and on my possession for years. I thought I might as well bring them and use them. Multi-tool. This is a Gerber multi-tool. Any multi-tool will work. It's got pliers, screwdrivers, scissors, a little bit of everything in there, just in case I need it for something. First aid kit. This is a first aid kit I believe I got at Academy Sports, maybe. It's got Band-Aids. It's basically just a first aid kit that you get off the shelf, but you can make one yourself with Band-Aids and stuff in it. This has a little bit of everything. Skinning knife. Use this for skinning, filleting fish. This is a solar-powered power bank. I haven't had a whole lot of luck with it charging fully, but I'm going to bring it and set it in the boat and use it specifically for getting a charge and see if I can get it to keep a charge. I'll probably bring a regular power bank that I'll charge up because we're going on a 3-day camping trip in our kayaks, and it would be nice to have something to charge my phone if I need to. I also have a little kind of a multi-tool. This has a fire starter, a couple different fire starters on it over here and over here. It has a compass on one side over here, and then down here it has a temperature gauge. It's also got a knife sharpener, and then the back belt loop has a couple different notches in it for different size wrenches. This comes off, has a can opener, little measuring device. You can use this to strike either one of these fire starters and start a fire. Then it's got a whistle built into it. So little neat things I've picked up over over the years, and thought I might as well bring them with me and try them out, because right now most of the stuff's just been sitting in a box or in my back of my truck. This is an item I got off Amazon that I thought was pretty cool. It has this little device in it, and you basically cut 3 sticks, one for each one of these bigger holes, and then build a tripod over your fire, and it has a chain in here that hangs off that center hole, and you could put a pot right over your fire. So it's built for, hanging something right over the fire to cook without having to actually set it in the coals. You can kind of regulate your heat by how far you're bringing it off the fire. So I'll end up using that. I'm sure I'll put some other things in here, but this is kind of the basics for these 2 bags. Like I mentioned, I'll have another dry bag about this size that I'll put clothes in. I've got a collapsible cooler that I'm bringing. And then I'll have another dry bag, probably a 20 liter, that I'll put my sleeping bag in. Other than that, that's kind of the basics for what I'm bringing for this trip. Along with this, I'll bring a fishing pole and a small tackle box. My tackle box will be about the size of this, so not very big. But we're going in kayak, so there's not a whole lot of room to bring a huge tackle with us. It's only a certain type of fish that are there where we're going. I think that's more or less it. Everything that I'm packing for this trip. And we haven't been on one of these, so it may end up being that I find out I can compact all this down and not take, a portion of this with me, or I'll probably find out that I need a whole lot more. So it's just going to kind of depend as we go on this 3-day trip. We're eventually going to try to schedule to go on a week-long kayak trip, which of course will require, this basic stuff wouldn't change, but my bag for clothes would be, a little bigger. And then I may have to bring a larger cooler. But I'll post another video on how I'm strapping everything in, kind of my kayak setup and how that looks. I just thought I'd kind of take you through what I'm packing for a 3-day camping trip. Thanks.